Knock knock. Who's there? No bell. No bell who? No bell. So I just knocked. Get it? No doorbell. Just knocked.
Perfect.
Hello there broskies, Erkin back here again with something I've been meaning to do for so long. And yes, this is sort of like a therapy session. But on today's episodes, we are talking about the top 10 sneakers I really wish that I had. So this top 10 list is one I've been trying to get off my chest for so damn long. And I'm thanking God I finally got around to it. Every single one of these sneakers I really do wish I had in my collection. It's either I missed them on the drop and the resale price is too high, or it's been a very long time since they've come out. And yes, before anyone asks, there are way more than 10 sneakers I really wish I had. So if you want the part 2 to this, comment down below. Now this is not in any particular order, it's just all of them I really wish I had. Now of all that waffling aside, let's start off this list. Now although I have owned these sneakers before, I'm kind of putting them both together just because it is kind of cheating. But these actually were the first pair of Jordans I ever owned. Coming in strongly was the Jordan 4 Breads and Black Cats. Now although I did own them way back when, I didn't really appreciate them just because there was no hype behind it and I didn't really realise what I had when I had them. Kinda like when you break up with a girl and all the Usher songs and Chris Brown songs start playing. Let it burn. Let it burn. I know that's probably the worst analogy I've ever said, but it is kind of like that. Now although I do love both of those colorways so much, I think the Bread just edges it a little bit just because of the OG colorway. And the all black pair, you can't really tell what you're wearing until you're up close, you know? And yes, these Jordan 4s are way out of my budget in terms of what I'm willing to pay for on the resale market. And it's very sad because I know these won't retro for quite a few years now. But just like Pinocchio, wanting to be real, a boy can dream. Now next up was a sneaker that went so under the radar just because it was a regional exclusive. They are of course the Nike Air Max BW in the Beijing colorway. Now I have waffled on already how much the BW means to me. It being my first ever Air Max, I really do like the shoe. And this Beijing exclusive, although I love the shoe, I would nowhere near pay as much as what they're asking on the resale market. The other colorways like the LA, the Rotterdams and the Lyons as well, they're going for so much more cheaper. And although I do love the BW and how the brown hits with that shoe, I'm not spending all my pocket money on it. So I am going to keep my eye on it and see if the price drops, but I really do doubt it. Now next is a silhouette that I've spoken time and time again on this channel, and it is the Air Max 1/97 Sean Wotherspoon. Now I think these were released way back in 2018 and I weren't really trying to buy sneakers at that time just because, to be honest, I was broke. And for some people this sneaker is an absolute atrocity, but to me it just looks so cool. I just really love what Sean Wotherspoon done with this shoe. Being a fan of both the Air Max 97 and the Air Max 1, I think it was the right mix. And the colorway and corduroy finish to it, I don't think it will be done again. But yet again, this shoe and the resale price is nowhere near my budget. But hey, let's see if Nike do ever retro this shoe. Let's see. Now next up is another sneaker that didn't retro too long ago, but I still missed the drop. Because these came out during like the peak times in COVID, it was an absolute mess with this drop. It is none other than the Nike Air Max 95 Neon Green. Now this shoe, I've been waiting so long for it to retro, and the way it happened, I was totally distraught. I sound like such a spoilt brat honestly, but I really was. The whole raffle system was a mess in the UK especially, and it was very limited. Apparently there was a big mess with shipping and a lot of pairs were lost. Apparently anyway, I don't know what to believe. And because of that, a lot of people have hiked the price on the resale market. I don't think you can get a pair for less than about £300 in my size anyway, and I'm not willing to pay it. I just can't do it for an Air Max 95. The Turkish in me just doesn't let it happen. But I can't lie though, this is the best colorway to ever release in the Air Max 95, and it being an OG colorway and all, it just hurts that little bit more. But hopefully they don't take too long to retro again, because I'm not willing to pay that price. Now next up is a sneaker that I've almost paid resale for it. Because the price isn't too bad, I was very close. And it is the Nike Air Max 97 Skepta. Now boy better know I was very close to buying these and I just had to tell myself no. I think at the time I was very trigger happy, but my bank balance was like, nah bruh, not yet. So this is probably one of the only sneakers I'm very close to buying if I do end up buying it. But most sneakers on this list are near enough untouchable for what I want to pay anyway. But myself being such a fan of Skepta and of course the Air Max 97s, I just really am gutted I missed the drop. At the time I wasn't really collecting, but at the same time I did really want them. I do think though this is probably the best collaboration with Skepta and Nike. Now this next sneaker, a lot of people didn't even bat an eyelid at, but a lot of people managed to get them and I'm kinda jealous. Next up, it is the Nike Air Max 1 Curry. Now I do love an Air Max 1, but it's only recently I've started collecting them. Back in the days, just like my Air Max 90s, they were always my beaters. But there are some colorways just like this pair that I really wish I did go for. A banging colorway for the summer, let alone that premium feel to the panels. But the timeless classic of the Air Max 1, this Curry colorway is still on my grail list. Maybe one day, broskies. Maybe one day. But next up is another Air Max, and if you know me by now, I think you know what's coming. It is the Air Max 97 Silver Bullet. So this being the 25th anniversary to the Air Max 97, it's only a matter of time before this shoe retros. There's been talks about it coming out in December and I'm not holding my breath because Nike, you're letting me down so far. It's meant to be retroing with the gold bullets as well, but the silver bullet is more my cup of tea. And speaking of cup of tea, made this and forgot all about it. It's cold, bruh. But yes, the Air Max 97 has been shown so much love this year, and yes, rightly so. Celebrating 25 years of this silhouette, it is an absolute banger. But I'm hoping and praying that December does bless us with this colorway, just so I can finally tick it off this list. Now next is actually a pack, just because I couldn't differentiate any of them. But next up, we have the Nike Dunk Low Ugly Duckling pack. Now as much as I love the Dusty Olives, and it kinda can pass as the Ugly Duckling pack, but those colorways in that, absolutely amazing. For me, all three colorways is so hard to separate. The veneers, the ceramics, and of course the plums. Now it's not too bad for what it used to be in terms of the resale price, but I'm just not willing to pay that price. And to be fair, the Nike Dunk hype is slowly dying out, so maybe the prices might drop down a little. But you never know, broskies. You just never know. Now the only New Balance on this list, it had to make it. It is of course the New Balance 2002R in that rain cloud colorway. Now I've spoken so much about this shoe and it's one of the sneakers I really wanted. But the hype around it made it near enough impossible to cop at retail, and the resale prices, no way Jose. Yes, the prices have dropped a little bit with this shoe on the resale market, but it's not what I'm willing to pay. So instead of hoping and wishing for this shoe, I'm just glad there was a second part to the protection pack that I was able to pick up the Mirage Grey. So in a way, it's not all doom and gloom. But anyways, broskies, to finish off this top 10, it is the Nike Air Max 98 in the Gundam colorway. Now I feel like the 98 doesn't get the respect and the love it deserves. It's such a classic shoe. But to be fair, the most popular colorways are the black and of course the white. But for me though, the Gundam colorway is one of the best looking Air Max ever made. I wasn't too much of a fan of the cartoon itself, but the colorway, I'm loving it. Next year will be the 25th anniversary to the 98, so let's see what Nike does. Is my maths right? 98 to 2023? Yeah, 25 years. I've never been good at maths. But anyways, broskies, that is my top 10 list, and I want you to comment down below at least 5 sneakers you can think of that you wish you had. And leave your comments down below as well if you want a part 2 to this list, because trust me, I've got at least another 10. But anyways, broskies, thank you for watching, thank you for stopping by, and don't forget to hit me up on the IG as well, because I'm most active over there. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And till the next video, take care.